Hi, welcome to yet another episode of PhotoshopLightroomTV. I'm Marek Mularczyk, your host. This is episode 12 as far as I remember. Welcome to sticking with me. Thank you for sticking with me for the last couple of episodes. And let's start. Okay, as you know, quite soon we're going to have an event with Steve Kaplan here in London. If you're in the London area, or last week in September on Wednesday, I think it's 29th, come over, say hello. The event will take place at Foyles in central London. You can find all the details on PhotoshopLightroomBridge.co.uk, also on my Facebook page, Marek Mularczyk Style Training. All the details are there. Come, join us and see how Steve Kaplan makes some magic in Photoshop. Okay, let's start with a tutorial in Photoshop. I'm going to show you how to do some work with the masks, how to take some content and mask it. We're going to use an image of a wall and I want to remove a part of the wall without erasing it, without deleting it. So if you use masks, you can always keep it, and in case you need it later on, you can always get it back. That's much more versatile than erasing the content. Okay, so let's start the tutorial. Here I am in Photoshop, and I'm going to show you how to remove this blue wall on the right hand side and mask it, so we could reuse it if we wanted to, and maybe refine our selection. Because what I could do is, well, first of all, I would double click on the background layer to unlock it. So double click on that, new layer icon shows up, and I'm just going to call that wall. Just press OK. Now it's just a regular layer. I could remove the content in the wall by using the eraser tool. Okay, so I could erase it. So using the eraser tool, I could come here and just erase that. The checkerboard starts appearing, which represents the transparency. The problem here is that if I use the eraser tool, it's all gone. I can still use the history, so if I press Ctrl Z on Windows or Command Z on a Mac, I can undo. However, if I close the file, the history will be gone. And also Photoshop only remembers certain number of steps. That's why I'm going to use mask. First, I need to select this part of the wall. Because it's mostly blue color, shades of blue color, that should be quite easy with Magic Wand tool. So I'm going to select Magic Wand tool. I'll use the create new selection icon, this one here. Okay. I'll set tolerance really low, about 10 should be fine. I don't want to use contiguous because I want to select everything that's this shade of color. So I'll make sure this is deselected, and I'll just click anywhere on this background here. Well, not too bad, I would say, but I'm sure I can do better. So I'm just going to deselect it, and maybe I'll try to use a higher value, maybe 20. No, I'll go really high. Let's see, I'll go to 100. Click anywhere here. This looks not too bad. I'm almost done. I'm also going to expand my selection just a bit. Okay, so I'll go to select, modify, and expand. I'm not sure how many pixels I should use, so I'll try 10, and if it's not enough, I'll do it again. So I'll just press OK. This looks good, too much. So I'm just going to undo, go to select, modify, expand. Now I'll just use 5 pixels, and I'll press OK. The number of pixels will depend on the resolution of your image. This looks good. Now I'm going to put it on its own layer. Now here's a trick. You can add new layer mask by clicking on this icon here. Okay, but what happens is when you add a layer mask, I'm just going to click it, the area that's selected is showing through. Everything else goes inside the mask. It's actually the opposite of what I wanted to do here. So I'm going to undo it, Ctrl Z or Command Z on the Mac, and I'm going to hold the Alt key or Option key on the Mac, the modifier key, and now click on the mask. Now this area appears in a mask. It's all in here. You can see the layer mask here. Okay, this thing here, right? Good. Okay, let me just remove this thing here, and that's how you create masks inside of Photoshop. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial in Photoshop. As you've noticed, I was using Photoshop CS5, but this tutorial works in any version of Photoshop, CS4, CS3, CS2, so you don't have to use the latest. I will be showing some more tutorials displaying some CS5 features, some exciting CS5 features. Okay, now we'll move on to our next tutorial. This one will also be in Photoshop, but this time I'm going to show you, what shall I show you to make it really interesting? Something in Photoshop. Okay, let's see. I'm going to show you how to create old paper effect in Photoshop. This will be a really quick tutorial. How to create old paper effect from scratch using some filters in Photoshop. Again, this will work with any version of Photoshop. Stick with me. After the tutorial, I'm going to have the tip of the week, and this tip of the week will be in Lightroom. So we'll see you back in a few minutes. Here I am in Photoshop once again, and this time I'm going to show you how to create paper lag effect in Photoshop from scratch using one of the filters. Let's start by creating a new document. File, New, or use Control and Command and a keyboard shortcut. I will make it quite big, let's say about 600 pixels wide and 800 pixels high, 72 dpi resolution, that's fine. I'll just press OK. Okay, that's a new document. Now I will need to set my foreground and background colors before I apply the filter. So click on the foreground color swatch, okay, to change the color for the foreground. And I'm going to use for red 246, for green 236, and for blue 216. Get this nice shade of yellow color. Okay, 246, 236, and 216. I'll just press OK. I'm going to change the background color as well, so I'll click on the background color swatch, and the values here will be 207, 177, and 117 today, to get a dark shade of brownish color. Okay, looks good. Now I'm going to create the paper-like effect using one of the filters, the clouds filter. Clouds filter uses your foreground and background color to create clouds randomly. If you're not totally happy with the effect it creates, you can always recreate it, reapply the filter until you get the result you want. Okay, so I'm going to go to Filter, Render, and Clouds. And Clouds filter will render this kind of effect. It will look like a paper effect, like an old paper effect. If I'm not totally happy, I can reapply the filter by going to Filter, Render, Clouds once again, or Photoshop remembers the last filter I applied, so I can go to here, or I can use the keyboard shortcut. Control F on a Windows, Command F on a Mac. So I can keep on pressing Control F, Command F to change the filter effect. If I want to use really strong colors, I can also add the Alt key to it, or Option key on a Mac. This brings more contrast effect, but I think I'm really happy with the paper-like effect. This looks good. Okay, this was the tutorial about paper effect in Photoshop. I'm Marek Mularczyk from SiteTraining.co.uk, and let's get back to studio. Welcome back. Once again, I'm Marek Mularczyk, your host. Marek Mularczyk from SiteTraining.co.uk, one of the UK leading specialists in Adobe certified training. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And here's the tip for you. This is the Lightroom tip. you imported your images into Lightroom and you started applying ratings. You cycle through the images. If you want Lightroom to move automatically to the next photo after applying a rating, just press the caps lock on the keyboard. I hope you enjoyed the tip of the week. Thank you for sticking with me. If you have any questions, just drop me an email. Go to saitraining.co.uk and you can contact me. There's a contact page on the website. Once again, it's saitraining.co.uk. I hope to see you next week. Next week we're going to have some more Lightroom stuff and some Photoshop. Okay, and have a great week, and I'll see you next week. If there's anything you want to see, if you want me to create some kind of tutorial, just let me know and I'll be happy to. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. I was your host, Marek Mularczyk from saitraining.co.uk, and this was Photoshop Lightroom TV. I'll see you next week.